Hey darling, you know what's absolutely wild? Right now, as you're watching this, you're literally commanding invisible forces with your words. No, I'm not talking about magic tricks or wishful thinking. I'm talking about something far more powerful and scientifically fascinating. Every single word that comes out of your mouth is creating ripples in the universe that most people are completely unaware of. And today I'm going to show you exactly how to harness this power that you've had all along. Let me guess something about you. You've probably noticed that some people seem to get what they want just by speaking, while you feel like you're shouting into the void. You watch others effortlessly attract opportunities, relationships, and success, and you're wondering what secret sauce they're using that you're missing. Maybe you've tried affirmations, visualization, or positive thinking, but somehow it feels like the universe has selective hearing when it comes to your requests. Here's the thing that nobody talks about. It's not about what you're saying, it's about how you're saying it. And more importantly, it's about what you believe about your own words when you speak them. I've spent years studying this phenomenon, and I can tell you with absolute certainty that the universe isn't ignoring you. You're just speaking in a language it doesn't recognize as authoritative. Think about it this way. When a confident CEO walks into a room and makes a statement, people listen. When a parent speaks with genuine authority, children respond. When a skilled negotiator presents their case, deals get made. It's not because these people have magical powers. It's because they understand something fundamental about the nature of spoken word and belief. The universe operates on what I call the law of spoken word. Every word you speak carries the vibration of your conviction behind it. When you say something with absolute knowing, without a shadow of doubt, the universe has no choice but to rearrange itself to match that vibration. But when you speak with uncertainty, fear, or desperation, you're essentially giving the universe mixed signals. Here's where it gets really interesting from a scientific perspective. Quantum physics tells us that observation affects reality at the subatomic level. Your words, backed by your belief, are a form of observation. They're not just sounds vibrating through air. They're concentrated thoughts given form, and they interact with the quantum field in ways that create measurable changes in your reality. But here's the kicker, and this is where most people mess up. You can't fake this. You can't just say the words and hope for the best. Your subconscious mind is like a truth detector, and if you don't genuinely believe what you're saying, your words become powerless. It's like trying to write a check when you know your account is empty. The universe can tell when you're bluffing. So how do you develop this kind of speaking power? First, you need to understand that doubt is the great neutralizer. Every time you follow a powerful statement with, "but maybe," "I hope," or "if it's meant to be," you're essentially hitting the delete button on your command. The universe hears uncertainty and responds with more uncertainty. Let me give you a practical example. Instead of saying, "I hope I get that promotion," which is basically announcing to the universe that you're not sure you deserve it, you say, "I am grateful for my new position and the opportunities it brings." Notice the difference? One is begging, the other is claiming what's already yours. Here's your first step. Start paying attention to your everyday language. For the next 24 hours, listen to yourself speak. Count how many times you use words like try, hope, maybe, if, and should. These are what I call powerless words. They're announcing to the universe that you're not really expecting results. Step 2. Begin replacing powerless language with what I call decree language. Instead of, "I'll try to exercise more," say, "I enjoy my daily movement practice." Instead of, "I hope things get better," say, "I am grateful for the good that is flowing into my life now." Feel the difference in your body when you speak these words. Your nervous system responds differently to commands than it does to wishes. Step 3, and this is crucial. You must speak as if what you desire is already accomplished. The universe doesn't operate in future tense. It only knows now. When you say, "I will be successful," you're pushing success into some indefinite future. When you say, "I am successful in ways that serve my highest good," you're claiming it in the present moment, which is the only moment that actually exists. Here's a technique I want you to try right now. Think of something you've been wanting to manifest in your life. Now, instead of thinking about it as something you want, I want you to speak about it as something you're grateful for having received. Say it out loud. I am so grateful that, and fill in the blank. Notice how different this feels in your body compared to I want or I need. The fourth step is understanding the power of repetition with conviction. The subconscious mind learns through repetition, but it only accepts what it believes to be true. This is why mindless affirmations often don't work. You're not trying to convince the universe of anything. You're training your own mind to accept a new reality as fact. Here's what I do, and I want you to try this. Choose 3 statements that represent what you want to experience in your life. Write them in present tense, as if they're already true. Every morning, look in the mirror and speak these statements with the same authority you'd use to state your name or address. These aren't hopes or wishes. These are facts about your reality that your conscious mind just hasn't caught up to yet. But here's the secret ingredient that transforms ordinary words into universe-moving commands: gratitude. When you speak with genuine gratitude for what you're claiming, you're operating from the vibration of already having it. Gratitude is the ultimate expression of faith. You can't be grateful for something you don't believe you have. Let me share something with you that might sound counterintuitive. The universe isn't actually granting your wishes. It's reflecting your beliefs back to you. When you speak with power, you're not asking for anything. You're simply announcing what you've decided is true about your reality. The universe, being the perfect mirror that it is, has no choice but to show you evidence of what you truly believe. This is why some people seem to have all the luck while others struggle despite working just as hard. It's not about luck or fairness. It's about the invisible beliefs that are broadcast through every word they speak. Lucky people don't hope for good things to happen. They expect them. They speak as if good things happening to them is the most natural thing in the world, because in their belief system, it is. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. This sounds too simple. If it were this easy, wouldn't everyone be doing it? Here's the thing. Everyone is doing it. Most people are just doing it unconsciously, and unfortunately, they're unconsciously creating more of what they don't want. They're speaking their fears into reality just as effectively as you can speak your desires into reality. The difference between people who seem to have everything go their way and those who struggle isn't talent, luck, or circumstances. It's the story they tell themselves and others about what's possible for them. Listen to successful people speak about their goals. They don't hope, wish, or try. They plan, expect, and know. Here's your 5th step. Start noticing the stories you tell about yourself. When someone asks how you're doing, what's your automatic response? When you talk about your goals, do you speak with excitement and certainty, or do you hedge your bets with disclaimers and escape clauses? The stories you tell about yourself become the instructions you give to the universe about what to create in your life. I want to give you a specific technique that has transformed countless lives. It's called the already is practice. For the next 7 days, speak about one thing you want to manifest as if it has already happened. Not, it's coming, not, it's on its way, but it is. If you want better health, start saying, I am so grateful for my vibrant health. If you want a better relationship, say, I love how well my partner and I communicate. Here's the crucial part. When you speak these words, you might not feel like they're true yet. That's perfectly normal. You're not lying, you're prophesying. You're speaking your future into existence by claiming it in the present. Your feelings will catch up to your words, but only if you stay consistent with the new story you're telling. The 6th step is learning to speak with what I call quiet authority. You don't need to shout or force anything. The most powerful words are often spoken softly, but with complete conviction. Think about how you would tell someone your phone number or your address. You wouldn't be uncertain about it. You wouldn't hope it's correct, and you wouldn't need to convince anyone. You'd simply state it as fact. That's the energy you want behind your declarations. Let me tell you about the phenomenon I call universe lag time. Sometimes, when you start speaking with power, it seems like nothing is happening immediately, and you might be tempted to go back to your old patterns. But here's what's actually occurring. The universe is rearranging circumstances, moving people, and creating opportunities to match your new declarations. This process takes time in our physical reality, even though it's instantaneous in the quantum field. During this lag time, your job is to maintain your new story, despite what current circumstances might suggest. This is where most people fail. They speak powerfully for a few days, don't see immediate results, and then go back to their old language patterns. It's like planting a seed, then digging it up every day to see if it's growing. Here's step 7. Create what I call a power statement practice. Write down 5 statements about your life that you want to be true. Make them specific, present tense, and feel free to make them bold. Then, twice a day, once in the morning and once before bed, speak these statements out loud with complete conviction. Don't analyze whether they're true yet. Don't wonder how they'll happen. Just state them as facts about your reality. Now, let's talk about the most common mistake people make when they first start working with the power of spoken word. They try to control exactly how their desires will manifest. They get attached to specific timelines, specific methods, or specific people being involved in their success. This is like ordering dinner and then trying to cook it yourself. You've placed your order with the universe. Now let it do its job. Your words should be specific about what you want, but completely open about how it arrives. Say, I am grateful for my perfect home that meets all my needs, not, I am grateful that Mrs. Johnson decides to sell me her house next Tuesday. The universe has access to possibilities you can't even imagine, but you limit those possibilities when you try to micromanage the process. Here's something that will accelerate your results dramatically. Start speaking powerfully about other people's good fortune. When you hear about someone else's success, instead of feeling envious or wondering why it's not happening for you, practice saying, I am so grateful that good things happen so easily. There's more than enough success for everyone. This trains your mind to see abundance as normal and natural. The 8th step is learning to speak with power, even when you don't feel powerful. Your emotions are not the boss of your words. You can choose to speak from your highest vision of yourself, even when your current feelings are suggesting otherwise. This is not about denying your emotions. It's about not letting temporary feelings dictate your future reality. I know this might sound challenging at first, especially if you're used to letting your mood determine your words. But here's a secret. Your words actually have the power to shift your emotions faster than trying to think your way into feeling better. When you speak with authority about your good, you're giving your nervous system new information about what's safe to expect. Let me give you a practical example of how to handle doubt when it arises. Let's say you're working on manifesting a new career opportunity, and you wake up feeling anxious about money. Instead of letting that anxiety dictate your words for the day, you consciously choose to say, I am so grateful for the perfect opportunities that are flowing into my life now. You're not denying the anxiety. You're choosing not to let it write your story. Step 9 is understanding the difference between demanding and commanding. When you demand something from the universe, you're operating from a place of lack and desperation. When you command, you're operating from a place of authority and knowing. Demands come from fear. Commands come from faith. A demand sounds like, universe, you better give me that job or else. A command sounds like, I am grateful for my perfect career opportunity that allows me to serve and be abundantly compensated. Feel the difference? One is needy, the other is powerful. Here's your final step, and it's the most important one. You must be willing to become the person who naturally speaks the way you want to speak. This isn't just about changing your words, it's about evolving your identity. The person who effortlessly attracts good things doesn't have to remember to speak powerfully. They speak powerfully because that's who they are. This means you'll need to be willing to outgrow some old stories about yourself. Maybe you've identified as someone who struggles, someone who has bad luck, or someone who has to work twice as hard for half the results. These identities might feel comfortable because they're familiar, but they're also limiting your access to the power that's available to you. Start asking yourself, how would the most empowered version of myself speak about this situation? Then speak that way, even if it feels like you're stretching beyond your comfort zone. Your comfort zone is just a collection of familiar thoughts and behaviors. It's not a reflection of your actual capabilities. Now, I want you to do something right now that will start shifting your reality immediately. Think of one area of your life where you've been speaking from limitation, doubt, or fear. Maybe it's your health, your finances, your relationships, or your career. Got it? Good. Now, I want you to speak one powerful, present tense statement about that area of your life. Say it out loud, right now, as if you're stating an absolute fact. Don't worry about whether it feels completely true yet. You're not reporting current conditions. You're establishing new ones. Did you do it? If you did, you just experienced something that most people never understand. The moment your words align with your highest vision, the universe begins moving to match that vibration. If you didn't do it, that's okay too. But notice that your resistance to speaking powerfully is exactly what's been keeping your desires at arm's length. The universe isn't waiting for you to become worthy of your good. It's waiting for you to claim it with the authority that's already yours. Every time you speak with power, you're not asking for permission. You're taking your rightful place as a co-creator of your reality. Here's what I want you to do after this video ends. Choose one thing you've been wanting to manifest, and for the next 30 days, speak about it only in present tense, grateful language. Don't explain to people why it hasn't happened yet. Don't make excuses for why it's taking time. Just speak about it as if it's already your reality, because in the quantum field, it already is. And here's your bonus challenge. Pay attention to how people respond to you differently when you speak with this kind of authority. You'll notice that others start treating you more seriously. Opportunities begin presenting themselves more frequently, and coincidences become so common that you'll start wondering if they're actually coincidences at all. The truth is, you've always had this power. You've been using it unconsciously your entire life, creating exactly what you believed was possible for someone like you. Now you get to use it consciously, deliberately, and in service of your highest good. Remember, the universe doesn't respond to your wishes, your hopes, or your desperate pleas. It responds to your unwavering knowing. When you speak with the quiet confidence of someone who knows that good things flowing to them is as natural as breathing, the universe has no choice but to prove you right. If this resonates with you and you're ready to start speaking your dreams into reality, hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments what you're going to start speaking into existence. Share one powerful statement about your life that you're committing to declaring every day for the next month. When you put it in writing and share it publicly, you're making a commitment not just to me, but to the universe itself. And remember, every master of manifestation started exactly where you are right now, with the decision to start speaking as if their good was not only possible, but inevitable. Your words are waiting to become your reality. The only question is, what are you going to command into existence?